This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. It's Tuesday, November 15th. It's now 6:30 p.m. Jen, if I can have you call roll.
Magistrate Humphrey,
Present.
Magistrate Coldiron,
Present.
Magistrate Riley,
Present.
Judge Chuck Dills.
Present. Item 3, approval of the regular meeting minutes for November 1st, 2022.
I make a motion that we approve the regular meeting minutes of November the 1st, 2022 as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by show of hands. Appears all in favor, motion carries. Item 4A, fiscal matters, approval of the claims on the general fund, the road fund, the jail fund, along with all transfers presented dated November 15th, 2022.
I make a motion to approve the claims this evening against the general fund, road fund, jail fund, along with the requested transfers as presented dated today's date, November 15th, 2022.
I second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Codar, and all in favor by show of hands. Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item B, a motion to declare surplus from the Grant County Sheriff's Office. See attachment A. Attachment A is a 2011 Chevy Tahoe with 184,803 miles. This was a Tahoe that originally belonged to the Sheriff's Office. Then it was transferred to the jail, used by the jail. And then the jail was able to get another vehicle for the Sheriff's Office. And Corinth Fire Department had asked approximately in the last year that their first responder vehicle was in bad shape as far as safety and mechanical, and asked whenever we would have a vehicle available for them. So I'm asking the court to surplus this vehicle, allowing us to donate it to the Corinth Fire Department to be used as a first responder vehicle.
I make a motion to declare surplus on attachment A of the 2011 Chevrolet Tahoe.
I will second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by a show of hands. Appears all in favor, motion carries. We don't have any old business to report on. New business. I have a proclamation you all have in front of you. And I won't read it all since we're on Zoom. If we were in person, we would read the whole thing in its entirety. But it's a proclamation for nurse practitioners. And it says here, whereas the Grant County Fiscal Court is proud to recognize and honor the service of nurse practitioners to our county and state, be it resolved, therefore, that I, Chuck Dills, hereby declare November 13th through the 19th, 2022 as Nurse Practitioner Week in Grant County, in recognition of the countless contributions nurse practitioners have made over the past half a century and will continue to make behalf health and well-being of our citizens. Jenna, you sent that on to the organization, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Okay, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and sign this one
Okay.
and lay it on your desk if you'll forward that to them tomorrow.
Stay over there.
Okay.
Stay over there.
Oh, he wants in the meeting, Roger.
Oh, he's my buddy, I'm telling you.
Cast a vote, buddy.
Raise
Okay.
your paw.
Item B is just a follow-up concerns regarding development on Violet Ridge. If y'all remember our last meeting, we had
Yeah.
the Green family come with concerns of the development across the street from Maple Ridge. That next day after our meeting, myself and Steve Tatum went down, met with Mr. Green and looked over his concerns. And he believed, based off of their petition, that runoff water was going into the Grant County sanitation system. But after showing Mr. Green where the sanitation system's manholes are and where that sewer lines are and where the culvert that's going under Violet Road is actually several hundred feet across the backside of Maple Ridge that goes into a ravine that's gravelled and heavy gravel. He felt assured now that everything was correct and that was all clear. So I just want to report back to all of you of our follow-up and what we found. So
Great.
he was very satisfied. Moving down to reports on judge's report. The only thing I want to report is, and I think I've spoke to all of you, if y'all have noticed or anybody that's watching, that the front doors of the courthouse is boarded up. We're not closing the building down. The doors are being refinished, and after getting estimates of what it would cost to replace the door entire, or actually the two wooden doors, I realized quickly that we needed to look at other options. And I was able to speak to Josh Ship from Farmhouse Furniture, and he came over, looked at the doors, and he is going to refinish both of the doors for us, and we'll restore it. On the inside stained, on the outside it will be painted, and they'll spray the paint on with a good finish, and it'd be painted white to match the original doors of this courthouse in 1937. So that's the way the doors were then. So we're restoring them back to the way they were.
Good.
So
Are they
I
gonna
think
put new seals on them too, Chuck?
yes, Kelly Brothers, I was able to order all the new hardware, the toe kicks, all that for the doors to put them back to the way they were and look brand new, and save off the first estimate over the door finish was $20,000 to replace the whole thing and $5,000 to replace the doors. So I was able to get the doors completely redone for $1,400. So it was a big
Savings.
savings.
That's
It was, Sean.
No brainer.
Yes. Moving down to manager's report. Manager's Code on anything to report on?
Just that confirmed with Mr. Tatum that Huff Road is completely done now. So we're glad to finally see that road. And I'm sure the citizens on that road are really glad.
Well, just touch base on it. Huff Road and Rainbow Drive is finished. Rainbow now has a cul-de-sac at the end it never had before. I spoke to the owner of the property at the end of the road and was very satisfied with the way it was done. And I received a couple calls from Huff Road that was satisfied. So I haven't had any negative calls on it.
Absolutely.
The calls I've had has been very appreciative. Jacqueline, anything to?
The only update is we're close to the connector road, the state project, the Blanchett Delaney connector road. They put the base down last Thursday. And to my knowledge, they're just, toggling back and forth over the weather for the top base to be finished. And working closely with Mr. Tatum to course correct to the best of our ability, Blanchett and Delaney, as those roads have significantly been tore up with the amount of trucks and traffic from that construction. And I don't think that it's realistic to think that those roads will be resurfaced before the asphalt plants officially close before spring.
Okay.
Or before Christmas time, where we'll revisit back that way springtime when they open back up. But that's exciting because that's been a huge undertaking, that project. So it's getting closer.
Okay. Roger, anything to report on in your district?
No, sir, nothing to report, sir.
Okay. And I meant to add in my report, you all noticed the entrance at the Sherman Tavern. They've got it done, the apron, and it's paved with the base finish. And we've ordered the felt and then the gravel, which I mentioned before that the tourism paid for the gravel to put down. And Steve Tatum was going to start on it today. I don't know that it got started on because of obviously the rain. But as soon as it dries up, he's going to get it done so we can have it done for them for their open house they're having in that right, Colton, in December, 2nd or 3rd?
It's on the 2nd.
Okay, December 2nd open house. So they'll be able to have their parking there from US 25. Okay, that's all I have. Before I adjourn, I want to ask, there's a conflict that slightly came up on our December 6th meeting. That's the new elected training and re-elected training for judges and magistrates in Louisville. and it's December 7th and 8th, which it starts early, 8:00 a.m. on December 7th, which means that I know that I'll probably attend that training. I'll be leaving out December 6th that evening. Would it be possible of changing our meeting to December 5th, which is a Monday?
I had no problem with that.
Does that work for you, Shauna?
I don't have anything.
Okay. And then as we get into that meeting, we need to discuss January's meeting. We're needing to change the date on it too, just because of the way it's hitting with the holidays of getting the claims. Because I think our meeting falls right after the days off. We're off on Monday because New Year's Day falls on a Sunday. So if we could bump that to a day, so be thinking that day. And Shauna, I don't know with your schedule, look at your calendar and see what may work for you.
I'm gonna be gone, leaving on the 5th of January.
And that's
That's, our regular meeting would have been the, what, the 2nd?
third. Jenna, do you have a,
It would be on the 3rd, and then the 5th is the Thursday.
Yeah, the
okay, so the 4th would work for you?
5th on a Wednesday, yes.
Okay. So Jenna, if you don't mind, make note of that. January's meeting, we'll do January 4th. That's an in-person meeting. Roger and Jacqueline, does that work for you all?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
But,
you.
and I'll announce that and we'll have that on the agenda in the December's meetings of that date. Jenna, was that the only conflict we had?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Now we may have, because there's over 2 weeks before our next meeting, and I don't know, we'll need to, we may need to have a special meeting before the December 5th meeting in case we have some claims that come in, but we believe we're okay on it until our next meeting. So that would be by Zoom.
And Judge, have they made the date yet on swearing in ceremony, like the countywide ceremony that they do with all the new officials? Have they declared that date yet?
I'll let our county attorney touch on it. I spoke to Steve Bates yesterday and he was going to meet with, or not meet with, speak to Judge Knight on when that may be. It'd be sometime in December, but we don't have a date yet unless Stephen has something to update us.
I unfortunately haven't been able to follow up, but I'll see all the judges tomorrow, judge-elects included. So I will speak to everybody and try to get a better date about when that swearing-in ceremony will be taking place.
Stephen, you don't think it will be like the first week of December, do you? Like December 1 through the 8th or 9th?
I will try to, I'll try to find out for certain. I doubt it'll be that week. I think in general, we've used the idea has always been to try to do it closer in time to the actual time when you take office. So I wouldn't expect it to be that early in the month.
That early? Okay.
Yeah, if I remember before, it's been like mid-December, latter part.
Like the
way before
20th or something?
Christmas, yes.
Bro, my recollection was it was a Monday evening is my recollection the last time, but don't hold me to that.
Okay. All right. If you don't mind, whenever that happens, I know you guys will send out an email. I didn't want to wait until we got something in the mail. I just wanted to mark the
No.
calendar.
Well, Judge and I were talking about that today, and I told him I would go speak to all the judges tomorrow and try to get a better idea about that part.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen. So just a reminder, our next meeting will be December 5th on a Monday, 2022, 6:30 p.m. at the Grant County Courthouse. Need a motion to adjourn.
So
Make
move.
a motion.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by show of hands. Appears all in favor. Motion carries. We're now adjourned. I'll see you all tomorrow. And Roger, you take care.
Okay, you all enjoy. Have a good time.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Donna, bring me back some of the free boys you always hoard up.